The two ordinary hosts of this podcast are not professionals on parapsychology, extraterrestrials, cryptozoology, nor would they describe themselves as religious or prone to superstition. They'd also like to make it known that this show is not intended for children or those with sensitive sensibilities. Please listen at your own discretion. And remember, the truth is often anecdotal.
All right. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Okay. You and a group of close friends decide to partake in an adventure across the country. You all pack into a relatively small vehicle with little headspace and even less fuel efficiency. This would not pose to be an issue until you find yourself stranded in a place somewhere in the southwest. With land as flat as this, the human eye has no need to strain to see the horizon. Miles and miles of scorching hot sand in virtually every direction. The tensions with your group are all rising. You should have stopped at the last station. How far until the next? Your phone has no signal and is in desperate need of a charge. Everyone's arguing is starting to give you a headache, so you turn to hush them for a second. But that's when you realize that something's wrong with the car. It's no longer there. Your friends notice this too. The road you were just standing on the side of is now also disappeared. With each turn you make, one of your friends go missing. One after another and another until it's just you. Alone, hot, thirsty, lost, succumbed to the forces of the desert. The very subject of this episode. Hello, listeners. I am Mr. R.
And I'm Mr. X.
A pair of normal dudes.
Reading paranormal stories.
Mr. X, how you feel about the desert?
Indifferent.
Indifferent, okay.
I've driven through the desert a few times, but...
Yeah, not a ton of experiences to gather an opinion?
Only the thought that I would never want to get stuck out there.
Right, yeah, I mean, that does seem to be the number one. I know people that that will go camping in the desert.
Nah, like those Burning Man people.
Right.
I stay as far away from them as possible.
Not to be trusted, those freaks.
We'll have to do a Burning Man episode. I'm sure those guys have stories.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure Burning Man is like is it like a ritual? Like it began as like an effigy?
It actually just kind of began as a bunch of college kids making a bonfire on the beach.
Oh. And
it kind of turned into something else, but yeah. I'm sure people nowadays give it some kind of spiritual context.
Yeah, a lot of freaks out there in the sand, whether it be a desert or a beach. A lot of weirdos.
I think when I was younger, I was like, I'd like to check out Burning Man. And now, having met people that are interested in Burning Man, I'm like, I don't think I'd ever want to spend any amount of time out there.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Whenever I was, God, how old was I? I think I was in third or fourth grade. My mother and my grandmother went on a road trip to Tombstone, Arizona. And this was during spring break. I guess, I'm sorry, I should mention I went with them. So for spring break, all of my friends were, visiting relatives or going to like the Gulf of Mexico. And I was in a car with my mother and her mother, driving to, just drier areas, And on the trip, I guess the trip was okay. We drove through some mountains and that was pretty cool. I went sledding in the snow of the New Mexico mountains and the sands of White Sands National Park, which that was a pretty cool experience. There's a big old warning that whenever you go into White Sands to not gather or contain the sand and take it out of the park.
Yeah.
But I guess that's an important thing to do.
A lot of times you'll find warnings like that at national parks because people do take things like rocks and sand and just parts of nature,
right,
claim to be cursed until they take it back. So I guess those warnings are there for a reason. I personally would just never do that. I'm not I don't take mementos or I really try to collect anything of sentimental value. I just like having the memories and stuff, but
right.
Yeah.
And then we went to Roswell, and I got to see the Alien Museum.
Ooh.
That was kind of cool. And
Roswell. You know, that it reminds me, because I had to scroll through Netflix to find the movie that we're doing for Sequel Factory, and I passed the movie Paul, you know, the Simon Pegg Nick Frost movie with Seth Rogen, and I have like a weird little thing with that movie, because when I was younger, like 13, 14, I wouldn't say I was obsessed, but I had an interest in like aliens and stuff like that, and the desert and the military history of Nevada and all that stuff. So I decided one day, I was like, you know what, I'm going to write a story about a couple of friends going camping, and then like just outside of Roswell, and they run into an alien. And I kid you not, like 6 months later, the movie Paul came out, and I was like, fuck.
Shit.
All ideas are taken. There's no original thoughts.
No. There's a whole theory, a whole metaphysical theory about that. Anything that you say and or think has statistically already been said and or thought before by someone else, no matter how outrageous the context. So.
Well, I can tell you one thing: I have never thought any one of the lines of the stories that I brought today. So.
You know, that what a good segue to be completely honest. Let's see. It looks like you're going first.
Yeah, I don't remember who went first for the last recording.
I don't. I can never remember.
Mr. E has me on here first, so I'll go ahead and go first.
Yeah.
This one is from the Glitch in the Matrix subreddit, posted by user John Bronington 6 years ago, titled "One Night in Arizona."
Okay.
Simple title for a weird-ass story. Although, you know what, I think we did have a similar story to this, if not last week, the week before. But here it goes. When I was 24, living in Tucson, Arizona. How does he say it? Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah. I had something unexplained happen. I just seen this sub for the first time and always wanted to put this out, so here it is. I was working construction in Arizona. It was fall and about 70 degrees at nighttime. My buddy and I had just got done working on a multifamily development outside of Yuma, on the way to Tucson. We parked the pickup off a dirt road on a ridge overlooking the desert floor. We had to be about 15 minutes from Interstate 8. We both cracked a beer. Don't drink and drive, kids.
Yeah.
And watched for that's actually written into this story here. And watched for the imminent and beautiful Arizona sunset. What a weird thing to be doing with bro, huh? All of a sudden, about 2 to 4 miles in the distance, I saw a cylindrical structure, maybe a vehicle, appear on the desert floor. We both saw this and didn't say much besides, "What the fuck is that?" The thing, imagine a giant bullet sitting upright, illuminated a very bright light. A spiral walkway appeared and ran down the object from the top. We began to see numerous small outlines walking down the ramp, I assumed to be humans. We were both speechless. It happened so fast. Only about 45, 60 seconds had taken place. Staring at these figures walking down the ramp, they all stopped abruptly and disappeared. This is the last thing we both remember. What I can only describe as similar to getting knocked out in a fight. I just ceased being conscious. I woke at about 6:30 in the morning, sitting in my car with my buddy and shotgun 90 miles away in Tucson, about a block from my driveway. I have a theory.
Okay.
We both never talk about it because no one would believe my story, but that was the only thing that has happened in my life that I can't explain and had led me to be much more open-minded. End of story. I'm going to guess that these guys had more than just one beer.
Okay. So, yeah. There's a popular theme when it comes to desert stories is that people like to do psychedelics and drink. There's a lot of stories that begin with like, "Oh, just to preface, I was doing mushrooms or acid." Definitely a popular, I guess theme is the only word I can think of.
Well, when you think of people who want to spend time in the desert, it's definitely the type of people that take psychedelics and hang out in the desert, right?
Right.
That, paranormal investigators, and just weirdos.
Yeah, no one's doing anything like innocuous in the desert. No one says, "Hey, let's go out, meet in the desert to do our journaling circles," right? Or knitting.
We did visit my partner's family in Arizona. I think they lived in I'm not gonna remember the name of the town. It's just outside of Phoenix, but we drove down there, and only about a fourth or like an eighth of that trip was in the desert, and they go out there to shoot, to like go hunting and shooting.
Oh, okay.
And I even noticed on the drive back that there are literally just gun ranges like lined up along the side of the highway.
Right, facing, and, right, like the targets would be away from the highway.
Facing the other way. But I was like, seems like the perfect place, right? You're not going to hit anything. That's why they detonated all those nukes out there. But yes, this story caught my attention because it's like some construction worker kids just admiring the sunset together, man.
And good for them.
Nothing manlier than finishing work on a multifamily development, enjoying the sunset. and I'm not being facetious.
No, that's lovely. Yeah. People need stronger convictions in their friendships and their platonic relationships. Drive out into the middle of a secluded area and watch something beautiful together.
The official stance of paranormal dudes.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this reminded me of another story that we did recently, and I can't remember what it was. There was the portal episode, right? You know, all the people came out of the portal in the middle of the woods. But I could have sworn there was one where there was like an object and a ramp came down and people were coming out of it too. I don't know.
This was a story we did?
Yeah, I think so. But honestly, I might just be making that one up. Any theories on what this could be?
Let's see. Let me look at some of the details again. The thing, imagine a giant bullet sitting upright, illuminated with a very bright light. A spiral walkway appeared and ran down the object from the top. We began to see numerous small outlines walking down the ramp, I assume to be humans. What if they were just humans? Right? Let's Arkham Razor this. Arkham's Razor this. This was...
It was some kind of ritual, right?
Right.
Just people out in the desert minding their business, and then these two drunk guys show up. Can you imagine if it wasn't even like that far out? There was like this religious group doing a thing, and these two guys on like top of a cliff are like, whoa, what the fuck is that?
And like, because the acoustics are what they are, you could just hear every word. They're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Echoed out, yeah. Alternative thought. This could just be, from the description of the craft and everything, Duck Dodger.
Duck Dodgers. Oh, Duck Dodgers. Okay, sure.
Yeah. Don't know how timely that reference is.
I mean, it went over my head for a minute, so.
The first short was from 1953. So.
Whoa!
Yeah, old reference.
My second theory is that this was a promotional stunt to benefit the new Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's jump into the first comment here from Amazed Girl. It's a great username.
Mm-hmm.
How'd they get it? They say, I've heard a lot of crazy things like this happen around Arizona. I believe you. That's scary. If you got more stories like this, post them. I'm pretty sure he ended the story by saying this is the only thing that's happened in his life that he can't explain. OP does respond with, yeah, I've kind of just blocked it out until I thought of it by reading the description on this. Okay, that's another thing, right? This is from the glitch in the Matrix. I'm not sure this is a glitch so much as like maybe an illusion or some kind of
like a mirage
hallucination. Yeah, it is the desert, but yeah, I don't know if it belonged in this sub, but that's where I found it. Let's see, and then a deleted user responded to that with, I understand. I have one beer in Arizona. I've had one beer in Arizona too.
What?
I think what they're trying to say is like, yeah, sure, buddy, you had one beer.
I remember my first beer.
Okay. Comment number 2 from user Yesied0128, which is Daisy backwards. I was about to say, did I say something backwards?
Yeah.
I've lived in Arizona for a total of 4 years, back and forth for the last 10 years, and nothing interesting like this has ever happened to me. That's insane. I only saw a UFO once, almost a year ago, driving home with my sister, and we both saw it. We knew it wasn't anything we've ever seen before. Oh, and what a surprise, it was in Arizona where we saw it. Somehow, there's a lot of UFO sightings in Arizona. I think that just plays into the thing of like,
there's got to be something in
the
the
air. People go to
air.
the desert to do weird stuff, right? I mean, they test a lot of military craft out there too.
Oh, sure.
So, plenty of explanations. As much
plenty,
as I want to
plenty
believe
of
in aliens.
excuses. I think what's actually happening is the population of Arizona has been drugged. I think there's something in their water supply.
So there has to be something going on there.
Yeah.
Let's see. OP did respond to that with, I have the same notion. My father, aunt, uncle, and grandpa all have the same story, also of seeing a UFO right over their car when my dad was a kid in Arizona. So would they all have been kids, or?
That's a good question.
So it's quickly devolved from like a glitch in the Matrix to just UFOs, which I don't know. I guess you could say our supreme computer overlords.
Anything could be a glitch in the Matrix, right?
I guess. I don't know. I feel like a glitch in the Matrix is more kind of like something mundane that's unexplainable. This is a little fantastical, right? Like, I don't know, maybe you set your coffee mug down and then the next thing you know, it was on the other side of the table from where you left it. Or, someone's talking to you and for half a second they speak Spanish and you're just like, huh? What? But seeing a big bullet in the desert, I don't know. I don't know if I would count that. But it seemed to have fit in this subreddit. So people were commenting. Last comment on here, also from Yezadi0128. Does your friend remember seeing these beings too? OP responds, yes, we saw the same thing. We saw small silhouettes of what looked like people walking down the ramp. We have talked about the experience with each other, just no one else really in person. Take a drink when they have a witness that can't corroborate it for them. What if alternatively they were so drunk they came across like a soda bottle or something in the desert and they saw a bunch of ants kind of circling it, and they
wait. What if they got so drunk they were laying on their backs and they looked to their left where they kept their soda bottle?
Or their beer bottle, I guess, at that point.
I mean, isn't there a beer that sells a bullet, like a silver bullet?
I wouldn't know, but I think any aluminum can would probably look like a spaceship to them.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we solved it. It's ants and beer cans.
Mm-hmm.
That's the title of the episode.
I do like that this podcast isn't meant to solve things, but that's, every now and then. That's what we're going to do.
I like to try to have an answer ready in the chamber, and we don't want to leave everybody hanging on every story. Well, all right, let's let's go ahead and move on to the next desert story. Is this one also in Arizona? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yes, of course it is. So I'm gonna read the title verbatim. But it was posted into r/backwoods creepy from a deleted user as of 1 year ago. Now, I understand backwoods and desert not going to be the same thing, but that's where this was posted. The title is, I saw the creature that lurks in the desert at night. Oh, wait. Ethan must have fixed this because, I'm sorry, Mr. E must have fixed this because it originally said, I saw the creatures that lurks in the deserts at night.
Yeah, I can see it in the link, how it's spelled originally. Yeah.
And it reads thusly, hello. To start this story, I want to say I have not seen anything like this in my life. At the time, I was 15 years old, pet sitting a friend of mine's dog while they were out of town, and in Benson, Arizona is where this took place. This is a weird way to say that. This property had a lot of acres, and it took about 15 minutes to get to their little house right in the middle of the property, about 75 acres. At the time, it was it was about, I want to say, 10 p.m. My friend had 8 dogs, and they usually stayed outside for the most part, because they were big watchdogs who seemed to have been able to defend themselves in the past. We're just going to talk about it. 8 dogs is a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dogs.
Even for the desert on like a huge property.
And they're watchdogs, but like, do you have livestock? Is there a reason you have 8 dogs? Anyway.
Yeah, they might just be paranoid.
Before everything happened, I was inside their tiny home making food when I heard her biggest dog start squealing kind of quietly, very scared and in pain, but loud enough for me to hear. I knew the sounds were unusual for this dog to be making. I shot up and ran outside to see what was going on. I thought maybe the dog might have hurt himself or something. Or something similar, but this was not the case, and I ended up seeing a 5 to 6 foot tall, pale, very skinny creature hunched over this dog and sucking on its head. I was very stunned, almost too stunned to speak, but I managed to shake that feeling off. I start yelling at this thing because the dog started yelping loud, and I'm telling the creature to get out of here and trying to scare it. And I run over to her dog as fast as I could because I've heard of these things before. Perhaps a chupacabra? And I know they would likely eat the dog if I didn't do something. But I stop about 10 feet in front of it to see this creature jump up and run as fast as it can away. I couldn't help but keep looking over my shoulder the rest of the time I was there. I also didn't let those dogs out at night, and I didn't care to go out there either. So, when my friends came back, I told everyone what happened and what I saw. It felt like everyone was just as frightened as I was, and that made me even more unsettled. I ended up leaving that desert and did not look back. Still don't know what to make about it to this day, except I know it was something demonic. Which is the end of the story.
So I imagine she runs out and sees this thing, the way she describes it, sucking on the dog's head.
Yeah.
And I just imagine, like, she catches this creature off guard, like, huh? And it's got, like, the dog just kind of hanging, like, noodles from its mouth or something. I'm going to go ahead and say not a chupacabra, because, as I've mentioned before, it was probably, like, the second episode of this podcast, but there are 2 types of chupacabras. There's the alien-looking one, which is not 5 to 6 feet tall. It's pretty small. And it's also originally from Puerto Rico. Everybody always conflates it with the Mexican chupacabra, which is just like a coyote with mange. But yeah, I don't know what the hell you would have saw, but
yeah, that's a big thing to be sucking on a dog's head.
Yeah, and luckily for us on this post specifically, we have a Paranormal Dude's usual that's going to chime in here in the comments.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I think.
And what's even more exciting is that it's from their original theory, right? From when we discovered them. Yeah.
This is the second episode in a row, or is it 3 episodes in a row?
Oh man, I don't remember.
It's at least 2, which is I think very exciting. So comment number 1 to this post from fan favorite Josette22 says, "You're absolutely right. It was demonic. I believe these creatures are interdimensional demons. If you would like to learn more about crawlers, you could go to my profile and click on the post at the top titled Ghouls. I hope this will be helpful."
Oh, should we click on that
I think
post?
we should. Mr. X, I think there's nothing better we can do at this moment.
All right, let's see. Josette22. Okay, here it is. Ghouls. From the Crawler Sightings subreddit 6 months ago. It's not that long, I guess.
No, we can read it.
It's kind of long, but let's see. Ghouls. All during my childhood, I mean, we're going to get the backstory, right? So,
of course we are.
All during my childhood, up until recently, I thought that ghouls were just spooky, imaginative, scary monsters that would come out on Halloween night. But now, I know differently. I now believe they are synonymous with creatures we know as crawlers. In Arabic folklore, the ghoul is said to dwell in the cemeteries and other uninhabited places. Some state that a ghoul is a desert-dwelling, shape-shifting demon that can assume the guise of an animal. It lures unwary people into the desert wastes and abandoned places to slay and devour them. I like how they're specifying this, but in literally one of the stories that we first discovered, just at 22, it was some kid in the German wilderness.
Yes.
Whatever. The creatures also prey on young children, drink blood, steal coins, and eats the dead. It can also take the form of a human. It is a particularly monstrous character believed to be inhabiting the wilderness of Afghanistan and Iran. Okay?
Okay.
The Galu demons were known to be part of the underworld and were thought to carry their victims off to the land of the dead to devour them. People who traveled near cemeteries and abandoned buildings or through desert wastelands were warned to be especially vigilant against these creatures. They were thought to be bipedal, though with a hunched form, and were known to crawl and sometimes run on all four limbs like an animal. I knew there was a reason why I kept warning people to stay away from the forests and surrounding areas. Again, not the same as a desert, but okay. Since we have fewer deserts in the United States, I guess there's like a whole quarter of the United States that's desert.
There's a pretty big
These creatures are frequently encountered in the wooded areas in addition to cemeteries. After years of research, I've come to the conclusion that crawlers are actually demons. Interdimensional demon. Sorry, I'm just imagining like a, oh my god, like a supernatural style show, starring just at 22.
Oh yeah! Oh man, we got to make this happen.
Oh man, I lost my place here for a second. But what if we can get a hold of just at 22 and pitch like a docu-series about her?
Yes,
we can make $1 million. Interdimensional demons. The late great Father Malachi Martin, in his book Hostage to the Devil, stated there is a dimension that is devoid of love and compassion, all the qualities that make us human. I believe it is that dimension from which these demon crawlers come. People from the Middle East are more familiar with the ghouls, crawlers, known as ghouls, ghouls, gilan, ghouls, nom-noms, and nom-nim. They are able to shapeshift and spend time in cemeteries as they feed off the flesh of the dead. You can Google the word Razgula,
I'm on it,
and it will show you a pic of a Middle Eastern desert called Razgula, which means heads of the ghouls.
First thing that comes up when you Google Razgula is a dish. It is a syrupy dessert popular in the eastern part of South Asia.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It looks...
here, let me try to specify desert.
It looks like
it says
has
dessert.
A very nice mouthfeel.
I didn't think we were going to get to put the dessert pun in here, but I went to type in Razgula desert, and it literally just comes out with Razgula dessert.
Yeah. No, you and I were both thinking of ways to sneak this in, but the internet has done it for us.
There's no reference to a desert.
I don't see anything.
Where does it say it's from? What desert? Razgula. And it will show you a Middle Eastern desert called Razgula. Okay, let me try to specify even more. Okay, if I type in Razgula Middle East desert, the first thing that pops up is on Copilot, but it says Razgula, good food, Middle East.
Gisette, the website I think you were trying to make about the Razgula isn't coming up, so we're gonna need something else to click on here.
Okay. Well, that was informative. Okay, let's
we can move on. Okay,
on here.
So comment number 2 from Sea Researcher 176. Now, Sea Researcher, not sure what you're doing here. We're talking about deserts, but I guess deserts could be a very old sea floor, perhaps. Anyway, Sea Researcher says, could this be similar to cattle mutilations, similar to chupacabra? Like blood drain out of the animal, eyes missing, and areas of the mount gone. Could all that be done by suction an animal's head? I don't know if the commenter did this or if Mr. E did this, but it's all kinds of messed up.
How we get the gist of what they're saying, though?
Sure.
If sucking on this poor dog's head would result in all these mutilations, to which the OP, I think, does say, this was my thought at first as well, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure either. But they also seem to have saved the dog, so...
Yes. I guess
we'll never know.
Good for the dog. Also, at the end of the story, they were like, I kept the dogs inside for the rest of the time I was there. I bet the owners were like super hyped about that, right?
Oh yeah, and what they described as a tiny house.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Let's see. Last comment for this one is from Endorphins. Just asks, is the dog okay? Which is an important question, and I'm glad we're getting to it. The OP says, yes, I made sure he was all right. Weirdly, the creature didn't puncture his head or anything. It was just... Oh, no. It was just sucking on his scalp.
That's an even funnier image.
That's awful.
So...
Why does that
what I was imagining was the whole dog's head in his mouth. This does remind me...
Okay.
It reminds me of a cartoon, and I'm trying to think of what that is.
Oh my god, me too. I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
Is it Chalk Zone? Chalk Zone?
Maybe.
Head sucker?
Scalp sucking.
The Wiggies. Oh my god. Yes, this is exactly it. Okay, so The Wiggies was the first part of the 3rd episode of Chalk Zone. The hair-eating frogs from Chalk Zone have invaded Plainsville, and Rudy and Penny... Rudy and Penny send them back to save the hair of Plainsville? So there were these frogs that would jump on your head and suck the hair off of your scalp.
There's no image of them sucking anyone's hair, though.
Chalk Zone, Wiggies...
I guess maybe if I did a video.
Oh yeah, video might work.
It doesn't want to load. That's okay. But I love Endorphin's response here. It's just...
Ew.
Ew. Poor dog.
Yeah, I agree.
And then just to round it out, the OP said, I know, I felt so bad. Who knows what could have happened. Dog would have got 8, I guess. It was also attacking the biggest dog, so I guess all the dogs would have gotten 8.
Right.
And,
yeah.
You
It's
probably wouldn't have gotten
rules.
paid for that pet sitting. So...
You did a bad job. You let our dog's head get sucked.
It's like when you agree to watch somebody's fish and wake up the next day and it's dead. How are you going to replace 8 dogs with identical looking dogs?
Right. Yeah.
That also respond to their names and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, you know what? If this was a crawler, it would have just replaced the dogs, right? And then your friends would have gotten eaten and problem solved.
And you never have to go to the desert again.
Yeah. You don't get blamed for anything. And
anyone who asks about your friends, you sick the crawler on them.
All right, let's
move on.
I forgot what my second story was here, but this one's kind of funny. From the Paranormal subreddit by user OKPumpkin5823 4 months ago, and it says, well, it's titled "Strange Encounter in the Mojave Desert. Am I crazy or was this real?" Hi everyone, this is my first post, but I've been thinking about this for years and wanted to see if anyone has had a similar experience. Maybe it was just my overactive imagination, but I still remember it like it was yesterday. Around 1996, I was about 5 years old, my parents would let my sister, who was 12, and me roam the Mojave Desert all day. We'd explore, find clay, old cars, just all sorts of cool stuff. One day, we were out there, my sister whispered, "Someone's coming." So we hid behind a bush. That's when I saw it. Something that looked like R2-D2.
Oh boy.
Yes, like from Star Wars. And a woman who we called Pocahontas because that's exactly what she looked like. They walked right past us, like we weren't even there. They didn't even look our way or talk, nothing. My sister and I hid until we couldn't see them anymore. I remember being scared, but also I couldn't understand how there was a robot in the desert.
How is this possible?
By 1996, there was at least 3 movies about it, right? You just referenced it. But when we got home, no one believed us. And now, all these years later, my sister says she doesn't even remember it happening. It's a strike against you, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone else experienced anything like this? Everyone I tell kind of just laughs and says that's weird, but it stuck with me my whole life.
Well, like, what other response are you expecting when you tell this story? Like, yeah, people are going to say, that's weird.
In the desert. 1, Pocahontas wasn't from the desert. And 2, what a weird way to kind of sexualize C-3PO, right?
Could you imagine? Spaceballs tried it. Didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never seen it. I've only ever seen clips. It looks funny as hell, but...
It is very funny. Very enjoyable.
Never got around to it. The one clip that always pops up for me is, I want you to comb the whole desert.
We ain't found shit. I love that movie. So good.
Let's see. Comment number 1 from user Desperate Pair 860 says, "Did they leave any tracks?" OP responds, "I remember seeing the sand kind of getting thrown by the wheels of the robot." That's in quotes, of the robot. But I don't remember seeing tracks.
Not
R2-D2 kind of just wobbles.
That's,
I don't know.
Well, yeah, no, he's got wheels on the bottom of his 3 legs.
Yeah.
He kind of rolls.
But when he walks in the sand, it doesn't really operate the same. Although I guess when you look at it, it kind of works several different ways. It was the 70s. They weren't trying very hard.
Or they were doing their best. Either way, it wasn't impressive.
Second comment here from user LankyTough2267. Could someone have been filming a movie? Good question.
Whoa! What year was this?
From 1996.
Oh, right. Okay.
Would that line up with Phantom Menace?
Right.
I don't know when they started filming that, but I mean, Queen Amidala kind of looks like Pocahontas, I guess.
Can she paint with all the colors of the wind? Mars Attacks is 1996. Many popular and critically acclaimed movies were released. I was actually kind of looking for movies that were being shot in 1996. Oh, well.
Yeah, I guess I can just Google, when did Phantom Menace... June 1997, so I guess not.
Nah, damn it.
Let's see, OP did respond with, "I don't think so. This was in Adelanto, California. It was just us out there, but I'll do some research. California seems like the place for people to make movies."
I'm so sorry. I'll preface to the audience, I've been sick for a few days, and I'm just coming off of it, but my lungs are still going through it.
Oof. Let's see. Yeah, LankyTough226 responded with, "I was thinking maybe some type of satire film."
Okay.
To which OP says, "Possibly. I would be so embarrassed because all these years it's creeped me out." I don't know. Well, let me round out this conversation. LankyTough says, "Well, to a kid, it would be creepy." Haha.
Haha.
I will say, there was a movie when I was a kid. I don't remember what the heck it was. Creeped the hell out of me. I didn't see it getting made, but I'm sure if I did see it getting made, I would have been like, holy hell, and I'd been terrified for the rest of my life. I don't know. Seems like a weird combo.
Sure.
Maybe he was mistaking the robot for something else.
maybe
robot-ish.
Okay, I know this probably isn't the episode. We've already done a time traveling thing, but what if a robot from the future went back into the past and got the real Pocahontas, who I guess
what are those little
would have been like 14.
What are those little like
what
DoorDash robots called?
I have no idea.
Those little boxes or whatever.
Yeah.
What if one of those went back in time to deliver an order to Pocahontas? Pocahontas got trapped in the time cycle, appeared in the Mojave Desert for some reason, and yeah.
And the movie actually follows John Smith trying to get his good friend back.
Well, what was the native girl that helped Lewis and Clark?
That was Sacagawea.
She was probably what if it was Sacagawea and a robot? It would kind of make more sense, I guess. She actually traveled the whole of
she was actually showing States. The robot the West, just kind of taking him through what was going on over here.
I don't know, possible answer. Let's see, last comment on this one from Led Zeppo. Probably just some people in costume getting into some shenanigans. Doesn't sound paranormal. Where does Burning Man take place?
Oh, that's a great I don't know that. Burning Man location. A place called Black Rock City. It's in Nevada, so.
Okay. Well, maybe it's like a Burning Man-esque kind of deal, you know?
Oh yeah, that's
some
kind
hippies.
Of Northwest Nevada.
Northwest. That'd be close enough, I guess. They got so high they wandered off into California.
Oh man.
Okay. Let's move on to the last story here.
The last story. I want to say before we finish this.
I didn't even look at this one.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
I don't have any Ask X's.
Okay.
I don't know where we're gonna go from here. We might find something later, but sure. This was posted into r/ghost stories from user The Golden Cube 11 as of 1 year ago. The title is, and I hope you're sitting down, Saw a Ghost Dinosaur in the Arizona Desert. All right, Arizona, you got some explaining to do, but only after I'm done reading this story. Hi. So I love posts that begin with hello or like a greeting. Hi. I was going on a trip to somewhere, and we were on the road of Arizona between the foggy desert, and everyone was asleep except the driver. And I woke up and looked at the window and saw a frickin' Brachiosaurus walking slowly toward the desert. And it was walking slowly, disappearing and reappearing. Should have taken a picture, but my phone was out of battery. Just had to be at that moment. I heard many people have seen visions of dinosaurs in the Arizona desert, and a lot. So I guess this is my vision of one of my favorite dinosaurs. I'm not sure if Brachiosaurus used to walk on the Arizona desert. This could be proof that they used to migrate like birds, but it was one shadow of it, and it was huge, like massive. Did it had any feathers? No, because it was all shadow and transparent, and I couldn't see it in the fog. But dude, imagine just stopping the truck and walking closer to it to take a snap. Oh God, it would have been epic. I mean, I see a lack of ghost dinosaur stories. I wonder why, but I have seen some stories of them. Again, I should have taken a picture. It would have been cool to see if it make a noise like it was walking.
Wait, no, hold on.
Oh.
If it make a noise like what, Mr. R?
Oh, no. Okay, give me a second. It would have been cool to see it make a noise like... So there's that.
Okay.
It was walking for 5 to 10 minutes. So no, it wasn't a hallucination from sleep. It was real, indeed, a ghost dinosaur. We're going to jump back to 5 to 10 minutes here in a second. If I posted, it would have gone viral. Oops. Maybe in the future I'll be a YouTuber and come to the Arizona desert just to capture a ghost dinosaur. Was he paid per use of the words Arizona desert? Just to capture a ghost dinosaur. Not a bad idea, Kinda. It was a walking slowly. This could be proof that they walked slowly in the past, and if the head looked like how we all think it does, and it was scaly despite it being all shadowy, but I could tell it was. I am excited to witness a prehistoric dinosaur as a ghost, ... Yes. Holy shit.
I'm so glad we left this for last.
Oh yeah, had to be.
Fuck. That's great.
There's so much to this story that hurts my brain.
I need to know, is this person American? Here's another ghost story titled, in the paranormal subreddit, titled, "Here's Your Basketball Back." And he, oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? He references it to a ghost. So the title is "A Ghost Saying, Here's Your Basketball Back."
Oh no. Here's your basketball back, quoted a ghost circa 2023.
This kid, I'm imagining it's a kid, likes ghosts.
I hope it's a kid.
"The time my friend caught his dad's ghost." That's what makes me think it's a kid. "The ghost nurse that took care of me that night." Now, okay, you could say that these are all just stories, right? But he's posting them in places for like actual,
that would suggest they were an
encounters,
right?
And every single one of them is tagged as an experience or an encounter. So maybe this kid is just super in tune with the afterlife.
Maybe so. Maybe he's got the touch, the power. So here's what I will say about this is that the Brachiosaurus being found in, a ghost of a Brachiosaurus being found in Arizona, not too far off. I think one of the first Brachiosauri fossils was found in Colorado, I think, like southern Colorado. So like, I don't know, a little bit of research maybe would have helped the story if it is so.
Well, this what I assume is a kid seems pretty enthralled with dinosaurs. Especially,
I'm the same way. I get it. But everyone was asleep except for the driver, and when they woke up, they saw the shadow or the silhouette or like a foggy figure of a Brachiosaurus ghost. This went on for 5 to 10 minutes, so he knows it wasn't a hallucination. But no one else saw this? You didn't say anything?
He was watching it for 5 to 10 minutes. He's not going to be like, "Whoa, do you see this shit?" Although maybe he was like, "I don't want him taking his eyes off the road." Yeah. I feel like you would have passed it, right?
It would have been gone within like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one.
What's his name? Golden Cube 11. Is that a reference to a GameCube or?
I don't know.
Maybe this person is as old as us. The GameCube came out when they were 11.
Oh,
they got a golden one, and they just weren't great at English class.
I grew up in Texas. There's a lot of people that probably can't write as well as this that I graduated with.
Well, I grew up in Florida and then moved to a place where all my school was in Spanish. I came out okay.
That's true. That is no excuses, really. What are y'all doing?
Yeah. Okay, let's get into these comments here.
Okay.
Mr. R doesn't die.
Comment number 1 from Co-Biker says, "It could well be..." Oh no, matrixing? Is that how I want to say that?
I think so.
"You said it was foggy. Your mind will try to make sense of shapes in the fog and automatically go to familiar things, like your favorite dinosaur. Not saying this is definitely the case for you, but it is a possibility. I once, quote, saw a knight in shining armor riding a white horse down the interstate highway in the fog. It can happen. Co-biker, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Were you high driving down the interstate? What the fuck?
I would love to see a knight in shining armor riding on a white horse, riding down the interstate highway, but I'm not going to blame it on fog if I do.
Is co-biker sure they weren't at a medieval times?
Was it a Ren fair?
Yeah. Were you in a location where this wouldn't have been crazy?
Did you experience perhaps a robot and a Native American woman? Were you on the set of Pagemaster 2, starring Macaulay Culkin? Okay.
I don't get that reference.
It's okay. Not a lot of people will. Comment number 2 from user DryWelder3681 says, cocaine is one hell of a drug, it seems. So this is a reference.
What a blue collar ass thing to say, right?
Yeah. I love DryWelder. DryWelder3681 uses Reddit.
Yes.
That's great.
There's we used to work at a hiring agency where we hired for a lot of blue collar jobs. Yeah. Right.
A lot of truss building, CNC mechanics.
Yeah. And these are the most humorless people
yes.
ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last comment here from user Menana. But that's not spelled like the Mexican word. That is men, Y-A-N-A. And Menana. Says, I would love to see a... Oh, I didn't read this before I started saying it out loud.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It says, I would love to see a spooky Isaurus. Why not just a spooky saurus?
A spooky Isaurus.
Spooky Isaurus?
It's like a Brad Pitt in Inglourious Bastards. A Riverderci. Spooky Isaurus. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, thanks, Meniana.
I
gotta see if there's any other comments on this, or was it just a really short selection?
I'm hoping it's not incredibly short, only because what a great story. How could it have so few comments?
So there's a comment here from someone named Overload70 that says, that would be epic. I've seen ghost animals, why not? Or it could have been a timeline bleed. There are many things we do not understand. I didn't understand that comment. Someone said what I was thinking. Loch Ness Monster is theorized to be a ghost dinosaur.
Oh. But it got confused, or?
I don't know. I don't know what fossils they may have found in Ireland.
In Ireland, yeah. Here's what I'll say about Ireland. Not a lot of digging happens there. Because of the rocks, because of all the stones that would get in your way.
Fair. Let's see if I can find one more to end on here. Okay, from South Dakota Ghost Girl. She says, this is interesting. I always see experiences about spirits from the 1800s, but seeing this makes sense. It would be neat to see a dino spirit. Well, I mean, weren't dinosaur bones discovered in like the 1800s? So
I actually think it goes further back. I might be wrong though.
If the Catholic Church is right, and dinosaurs are just man-made.
Oh yeah, they were all put there by the devil.
Yeah, to falter our faith, then you're still seeing spirits from the 1800s. All right.
Oh no, you were right. 1800s. The earliest scientific description of a dinosaur fossil is credited to Megalosaurus in 1824.
Wow.
Yeah. I used to have a VHS documentary of the original fossil found, and I don't know where it is now. Wouldn't be able to watch it, but I used to watch that a lot as a kid.
You can always find VHS players at VCRs at thrift stores and stuff.
Man, you said VHS player. No, you used VCR. No,
Yeah.
VHS players, and I didn't correct you.
Yeah. I've been restarting a VHS collection, and I need to find a player. But let's see. Oh, I was gonna say. I just thought of the 1800s because there's that mission in Red Dead 2 where you have to go find the fossils.
You go to collect the fossils,
Yeah.
right? Okay, but that was what was that? 1810? When was that based?
I think it was 1890s.
Oh, I went back.
Because,
I went further back.
The first Red Dead
was
Redemption
1911.
was 1911.
Yeah, that's right.
So let's see. I see you posted some questions here.
I got 2 questions so far. I'm looking for a third.
Okay, all right. I'll go ahead and I'll read this first one. It's a typo from Sorcerer 683 4 days ago. And it has 47 comments, so I'm really hoping that these are what I think they are. You can only have one desert for the rest of your life. What is it? The first comment, the first response on here is Mojave, which was going to be my answer. Chad Hooper says, I'm torn. Northern Texas, where I grew up, is becoming a desert, but I currently live in a high desert environment that I've grown to used to. Miss Mom says, no love for the Sahara. She's thick. Deleted user said, Sonoron. Used Mute 5000 says Antarctica, without a doubt.
So, funny enough, that's correct, because a desert is only characterized by the humidity or precipitation it receives. And since it never rains in Antarctica, it's technically a desert.
Robot Med Student says Oregon high desert for me. And Pillbilly says dessert tiramisu, desert Arctic.
Very cool.
And yeah, some anonymous responder 00 unironically responded caramel cheesecake.
Okay, so whenever I pitched this theme for the episode, I was worried that I had spelled desert wrong, so I posted both. I think my 2 options were like grandparents, like what if we did an episode about grandparents, or the desert, and then I wrote dessert just in case I was wrong the first time.
And I like how Mr. E was like, dessert?
Yeah.
Could be something there. Okay, the second question here from a since deleted user, only 7 days ago, said, you're stuck on a desert island with 3 other people. Who do you pick to be those 3 people and why? Could they be dead or alive?
Yeah, go for it. But if you choose a dead person, they're going to be dead with you, so...
Damn. Well, that doesn't. I was gonna say Hitler, Mussolini, and Stalin, and just throw a knife in between them and keep myself.
Oh man,
yeah.
Break a pool cue.
Yeah. I have the high ground, so they can't get to me.
You're on the pool table.
You know what? That's gonna be my answer.
Okay. Yeah. Love it.
There's only 8 responses here. And I think some people are being pretty honest, I guess. 2 people said Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls? Grills?
Grills, yeah, sorry.
I was like, I don't know who Bear Grylls is.
Bear Grylls, someone said David Attenborough. He'd bring a knowledge of nature and ability to observe and adapt the island's resources.
That guy's gonna die so soon.
And the alive version of Steve Irwin.
The alive version. The dead version is not a remix. What are you talking about?
Basic Biscotti 237 has a good response. He says, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Kim Kardashian. I'm taking one for the team to hopefully make the world a better place.
Okay.
And then the top comment on here that has 2 upvotes is from Upper Room 478. And he says, my redhead friend for crazy good sex. My brother, so we can chill together.
Excuse me?
And a professional chef so I can eat good stuff.
Where's he gonna cook, idiot?
Where's the chef gonna cook? And is your brother just gonna be hanging out while you bone this redhead?
Also, does the redhead know what she means to you? Like, oh, cool, you got tickets to an exclusive visit to an island. This is so fun. And be like, joke's on you, lady. You're here for me.
They did specify right under their comment, because I need nothing more than those pleasures. Horror Response 1991 said, what is the chef going to make on a deserted island while you have unprotected sex with your friend in front of your brother? Yeah, who's going to take care of that kid when it pops out? Upper Room did respond to that. They said, chef is chef. Chef can figure it out.
Chef is chef.
What?
I haven't considered that.
Why would I have sex in front of my brother?
Buddy, you made the narrative. We're just playing with it.
And then when the time comes, I pull out. Never got anyone pregnant from it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What a jackass.
I hate this person more and more.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew. All right. I guess you had. I think you posted one more.
I did.
From weighing on for this. Weighing on for this?
I guess.
11 years ago.
Uh-huh.
In Castaway, Tom Hanks' character have done anything on the desert island different. Okay, let me try that one more time. In Castaway, could Tom Hanks' character have done anything on the desert island different, which would have improved his situation more? He could have had sex with that volleyball.
Yeah, he could have
eaten it, and
he could have brought his brother.
I don't know. Yeah, he could have had his brother on the plane with him. One of those other idiots could have survived. That would have helped. I don't know. I don't remember that movie very well. Let's see what the comments have to say.
There's
fair even
1.7 thousand of them.
I'm going to go through each and every one of them. How long is this recording so far? An hour and... Okay. Strip the dead aircraft crewman before burying him. He'd have had more clothing available.
I guess.
I don't remember. Did the plane crash in the water and sink? Because the majority of commercial aircraft are supposed to be equipped with crash axes and medical kits. Yes, he got in a raft. Okay. I clearly don't remember this movie very well. Let's see. Is there a funny comment?
Yeah.
The survival experts came up with
Did I lose you?
No. I thought this was going to be funny, but this person was just questioning why a volleyball was used for his sanity. Creating shoes sooner, way sooner. Wow, these answers are boring. Yeah, he could have just not gotten on the plane. What was it? It was like Christmas or some shit, right? He had to...
you could make it up. You could lie to me right now and I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. It was tight-knit. His spearing skills and improv of things like the skates was well done. People like the movie for a reason, right? There's no reason to improve upon it.
Yeah, not a lot of a ton of room to improve upon the film. If you were to ask me,
this is the best answer though.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry. No, finish your thought and I'll give you the best
my
answer.
only thought is like, could he have done anything different which would have improved his situation more? Died.
Yeah, just died on impact. That would have saved him a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had to remove one of his own teeth with the skate of a what are those called? A skate.
An ice skate?
The blade of an ice skate. There we go.
Yeah. Let's see. Cypher Reddit said FedEx has tracking. Easy enough to resend the package. So he could have just not gone all the way over there. I will say this. FedEx fucking sucks. I wouldn't trust FedEx with my life. So.
No.
And neither should have Tom Hanks. Well, all right. I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think we did it.
Yeah. Do you want to clean house real quick?
Sure. If you guys are enjoying this show, I know we've had some audio quality issues as of late, but hopefully those are all resolved. But if you're enjoying this show for the content, not the audio, please consider listening to some of our other shows that include Sequel Factory, The Dirty 22, and SideQuest Digest. Maybe there will be more in the future. Who knows? But you can check any of those out anywhere that you get podcasts, and I think also YouTube for some of them. And yeah, that's gonna have to do it for this desert themed episode. Thank you everybody so much for listening. I had a blast. Maybe Mr. X did. Who's to know? But if you have any stories of your own, any paranormal, any supernatural, any creepy stories of your own, you can submit them to us for this show on our Reddit or in the comments. PONDPOD. Yeah, and we've been a Paranormal Dudes ever in need of stories to intrigue, perplex, maybe even frighten. So remember, if you can't explain it, get high in the desert, post about it. And until next time, stay tuned and stay haunted.
This is Paranormal Dude signing off by saying, go do drugs in the desert.
Make that dinosaur noise again.
I have to get my cup. Hold on.
I'll just clip it. It's fine.
There you go.
Was that a silverback gorilla?
It could have been.